This morning, the oil spill cleanup has officially ended after thousands of gallons of diesel fuel was spilled into the Ohio River earlier this week. Crews had been monitoring the shoreline all week. Teams had evaluated both the Ohio and Kentucky sides of the river. For 15 miles downstream, everything came back clear. Cleanup crews are staying in the area in case there's more fuel. If you do spot anything out on the river, you can call the cleanup hotline at 855-645-8265. Well, the Taste of Blue Ash is underway in several hours, but right now, folks are already showing up to claim their spot for some pretty interesting musical performances. 9 on Your Side reporter Shannon Kettler live in Blue Ash with what's new this year.
That's right. Good morning, Mario. I am here at Summit Park here in Blue Ash. That's new location for the Taste of Blue Ash, where before it was in downtown area. And I'll take a look here behind me. You can see, as you mentioned, folks already setting up their chairs, getting excited for tonight's big musical acts. This year's event features all types of cuisine from local restaurants. In addition to the food, there's also a wine tent, margaritas, and beer for the adults. For the kids, there's festival rides and games. Folks of all ages can also enjoy the free live music on 2 different stages. Tonight's big acts include Toto and Michael McDonald. The event runs from 2 to 11 today and continues on Sunday. Now, here's another reminder. This year, this event, well, it's cash only, so organizers have ATMs here in case you run out of cash or forget to bring some. Also, another reminder this year is that you cannot bring any coolers, so you want to keep those at home as well. Now, if you want any more details, we've got them all available for you. All you have to do is just go to our website at WCPO.com. Reporting live here in Blue Ash, I'm Shannon Kettler, 9 on Your Side.
All right, bring the extra cash, avoid those ATM fees. Also today, the Freedom Center granting international awards to several dignitaries. The Queen City hosting former president of Poland, Lech Walesa, and Nelson Mandela, former president of South Africa. They are this year's recipients of the International Freedom Conductor Award. Luvuyo Mandela, great-grandson of Nelson Mandela, is accepting the award in his honor. Mandela and Walesa were at the Freedom Center for a question and answer session yesterday, and the big topic of discussion, the importance of preparing today's youth to tackle domestic and international issues.
For a lot of the questions that exist right now, it's for us to less say how can the elders answer the questions, but how can we create solutions? How can we engage and say we as young people ask the important questions so the elders can spend more time guiding us?
Past recipients of the award include Rosa Parks, Archbishop Desmond Tutu, and Dr. Dorothy Height. Both Mandela and Walesa will be honored tonight at the Freedom Center. Is it time to come back? Baseball Commissioner Bud Selig is leaving, and that has many wondering if it's finally time for Cincinnati's own Pete Rose to return. Here's 9 on Your Side's John Popovich.
We still see Pete Rose from time to time. He might receive an honor, he might talk at a stag, he might coach a minor league team as a gimmick. It's not the Pete Rose we once knew, but it's the Pete Rose we've known since he was kicked out of baseball, and that happened 25 years ago this weekend.
In September of 1985, the baseball world belonged to Pete Rose. He was its most prolific hitter. He was in the spotlight for all the right reasons. Within 5 years, that would change. Pete bet on games, and baseball launched an investigation. That opened up the stories, that brought out the characters. Pete had bet, Pete had lost, Pete owed money. It went on for weeks and months, and the evidence grew.
I've made some mistakes, and I think I'm being punished for those mistakes. However, the settlement is fair.
Pete's comments were made in a sweaty interview room at Riverfront Stadium 25 years ago this coming Sunday. The commissioner who banished Pete, Bart Giamatti, died a week later, and Pete was left all alone, out of baseball, out of any chance for the Hall of Fame.
You know, there are a lot of things in life that happen that a commissioner or any of us wish hadn't happened.
Bud Selig, in town Friday, was a close friend of Giamatti. And though he says the Rose situation remains under advisement, he's had 22 years to bring back the hit king, and he never has.
In some cases, ladies and gentlemen, whatever you do, somebody's going to be mad, and you have to learn to live with that.
Well, we are tracking all things Pete Rose on our website, WCPO.com. That's where you can check out our coverage on the 25th anniversary, which is tomorrow, since he was banned from the league. So we want to hear from you. If you go to WCPO.com/Pete Rose, give us your email. Come Sunday, you'll have the chance to actually sign a petition in support of his return. You can also take a look back at the history and the events that led up to the ban. Just for Heroes, what motorcyclists are doing today to give back to our troops. That's coming up next.